Requiem.
So yeah, I'm a kid, and I'm also a goofball, and a wingnut, and a knucklehead McSpagatron!
What's going on here?
But most of all, I'm...
Hey, settle down. Take it easy. What the scout?
I'm really feeling it! Really feeling it! Really feeling it!
You monsters!
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sho back with another video, and today we're talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Honestly, I made a lot of videos on this franchise. Even the new game, I made like probably 2 videos on. I never seen anything like this. I've never seen a game released that earlier. Like, most time games get delayed. You know, in this day and age, that's something that's simple. You know, we know a game might get delayed, it might need more polishing. If you don't know what I mean, is that Xenoblade is actually releasing 2 months earlier than the proposed initial release date, which is crazy. I'm not saying it's unheard of. I'm pretty sure it's something that has done that before, but it's actually surprising. Most of the time people would, you know, especially a game like that was just actually announced. So many people didn't really know about it and know how long it's been in development, but if you think about it, you know, a lot of people after the Cyberpunk disaster really want games to be polished. So, you know, they say, you know, this game comes out at the end of the year or close to the end of the year. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. But then you realize that it's coming out 2 months earlier, which means the game should be polished. It should be looking good. That's crazy. I mean, honestly, that's really crazy in my opinion. I've never really seen anything do anything like that. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I'm shocked. I'm actually very shocked. I did not think that this could be even possible. Like I said, obviously if the game comes out and it's not performing up to snuff, it would look bad on it, if I'm being honest. Because, I mean, if you've been given ample time to fix a game and you choose not to, or you choose to just let the game be broken or glitchy, I really can't have much sympathy on you, even though I am so glad that this is actually coming out earlier, because for me, I can't wait to play this. This actually moves my timetable up a bit. But if I'm being honest, I think generally it's going to be a great game. I think I will have to see more about the combat system, because for me, I didn't personally love the combat in Xenoblade 1, and I loved it in Xenoblade 2. Not really. To be honest, honestly, the combat wasn't a strong suit. I did like the combat more in Xenoblade 2, though. You know, even though it wasn't the greatest. You know, I'm a sucker for big story epics, and I feel like, you know, Xenoblade in general, they really cover that. And I really haven't been able to get into Xenoblade 1 as much as I want to. But despite everybody saying it's a great game, I honestly just been feeling like I just can't get into it as much as I want to. Now, I understand that even though it is a great game, it might not be my cup of tea, but in the same way that other games have, you know, pretty much impressed me a lot after the first couple of hours, I feel like this is something that could really impress me too. I just feel like I really need to try to get in the groove, try to enjoy the combat at least a little bit, and, you know, see where that takes me. And back to Xenoblade 3, there's a lot of interesting games coming out. I'm really interested in Soul Hackers. I hope that game does big and doesn't really fall under the radar. I hope that Pokemon is going to be as good as I think it's going to be. I have very high hopes after Legends Arceus. I really have such high hopes after that now. I'm so invested and curious to see, you know, where that'll lead as far as the future of Pokemon games. And then as far as Xenoblade, I'm just looking for a really good experience. I'm gonna try to hop back in Xenoblade 1, I will, but as of now, I really can't get into it. I'm hoping that this one will be different. Now, like I said before, I do hope, honestly, that by pushing it up, you know, or pushing it forward, or whatever you call a game releasing early, I think it may cause issues. It's like with bugs or whatever, but I'm okay. Generally, I really haven't dealt with a lot of Nintendo bugs, at least from like the first party games. As far as like the third party games go, I guess it really depends on whoever adapts them, but from mostly the first party games I've played of Nintendo, I've had a great time. I've honestly never really had many bugs and issues. I had like the pre-Pokemon Legacy Legends Edition or whatever, and it played fine. Everything was good. I had a little glitch with Burmy, but at the time I was just focused on finishing the game, so I wouldn't really notice that in the first place. Other than that, everything played pretty smoothly for any game that I played that's made and published by Nintendo directly. I will say, with the announcement of games like Storm 5 coming out, this is going to be a great little section for gaming, I think. I do feel like I have to go finish Xenoblade 1 though, because apparently there's supposed to be some story points that can kind of connect the Xenoblade 1, Xenoblade 2 together. So I'm very interested in seeing what that is. Hopefully, with this game being released, hopefully we'll get a remaster or a remake of the Xenoblade, I believe it's X, the one that's on Wii. I never actually got to play that one, but that one is the one that looks the most interesting to me. Weirdly enough, from what I've seen from people, it looks like a kind of a mixed interpretation. Like some people love it, some people don't really agree with it. Me myself, I'm a little curious. I would definitely love to get into that, and that kind of seems like the GT and Dragon Ball for me. Like, it seems like a game that really isn't canon, but I guess it is, because it's all, you know, part of the big story. Just people just didn't like it as much as they liked the other two. But of course, you'll find like fans that love, you know, that game more than the other two. It's such a great series, such a great franchise that I really enjoy. I did not know that they actually go back all the way to like old Xenosaga type stuff. Like, I didn't know that they had such a deep history. Maybe one day I'll be able to sit through and kind of go through that history, play some of the older games, and, you know, sort of enjoy myself. With that being said, guys, I'm gonna know, what are some things you're looking forward to in Xenoblade 3? Like, how do you want the gameplay to be set up? Do you want something new, totally different, or do you want like similar to Xenoblade 1, just upgraded, or similar to Xenoblade 2 and upgraded? Me personally, I really love like the little gacha system with the blades, like trying to get the blades and stuff, trying to like open as many like things so you can get different blades, and some of them were just very powerful, some of them were very high ranked. Felt like a whole gacha system. I actually really liked that. I thought it felt like something different. So even though that's technically not really gameplay, it does have an effect on gameplay depending on whatever blades you may use. But with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.